so we're recording. So everyone, first of all, I just want to thank everyone for jumping on tonight's team call. Coming all the way from myself and Bryce just flew to Sydney. Got Tony Robbins up here, so it's pretty exciting. We've got an awesome call lined up for everyone tonight. So it's really cool that we've been able to get some amazing friends of mine to jump on. So these guys, before we jump into it, I just want to actually congratulate everyone for last week's effort. Actually, you guys have been out there smashing it, get some awesome results. It's been really cool to see my Isopulse lighten up with everyone's amazing results. And it's just been really cool to watch the Healthy Lifestyle page really taking off. And I think we're in perfect time for tonight's call with the guys jumping on and sharing their knowledge. The guys that are jumping on tonight, Robbie and Luke, they're an incredible couple that I've known now for nearly, I'd say about 2 years. These guys presented last week at Super Saturday. They presented an incredible piece on Facebook using their Facebook cleansing support page to really build their business and also using their team page to obviously lead and inspire, really get behind their team and support. What these guys are doing is absolutely incredible. I have actually been hitting Luke up time and time again, just saying, what are you doing? Just give us tips, give us your tricks. So we've got some really cool stuff lined up for you later on tonight. So I'll just share a little bit about Luke and Robbie. So Luke used to be a personal trainer. He was in construction like myself, working in the 9 to 5. Just recently retired from construction, and now he's able to stay at home with his kids. He's got 2 young daughters. They've got 2 young little daughters. Robbie's always been a stay-at-home mum, I think. Was that right? I know they had a little bit of previous experience with network marketing before, so they've kind of known about the business model in the industry. They've jumped into Isogenics for just 2 years after I think Robbie had some amazing transformation. Lukey jumped on board and stacked on a heap of lean muscle. They decided to run with the business, and I know now they've created a massive team. Really cool team up in Queensland, down in Victoria, Beaconsfield, Berwick area. These guys are just on fire. Their team is so inspiring. They are just that. They're a massive team, and I'm really excited to have them on because they've just created this real incredible bond really between their team. So they're always friends before business. Yeah, that's what I love about them the most. So what I'll do is we'll just jump straight on tonight. At the end of the call, I'll touch on a few of the events and whatnot that are coming up, and maybe get Robbie and Luke to share a little bit about events and that sort of stuff. But I'll just pass it straight over to the guys and let them, share all the value they know and all this incredible stuff they've been doing with their Facebook pages. So thanks for jumping on. Hi, Robbie. I can see you. And how you doing, Luke?
Good, mate. Thanks so much for having us on the call. Thanks. We're honoured to be here. Thanks again.
And, I actually love that there's just a few of you because I get really nervous when I have to do the big Zoom calls. So I'm so stoked that only the best are on tonight's call. And, mentioning about my transformation, I can see Kelly's name there. Kel, your photos, oh my God, like your transformation is incredible. Mine is nothing compared to yours. So congrats to you, girlfriend. Look absolutely amazing. So yeah, like we're really excited to help out wherever we can and share, whatever you guys need. Like if you find that you're missing a link to your business or something like that, hopefully at the end of this call, we would have, given you some useful things that you can implement straight away. And I guess, that's the main thing is that we can get on these calls every single week and we can get on the Monday Night Platinum calls and all of that. But if we're just listening to it and we're not actually putting anything into action, unfortunately, it doesn't get our business moving. So, make sure you've got a pen and paper handy to jot down anything. And, Adrian said he's going to record it. So definitely watch the recording as well. So, yeah, just a little bit about our story. Most of the key points have been touched on. Yeah, do we need to say anything?
No, I love you guys. Yeah, just to dig in. Obviously, just to share your story is so inspiring. So it'd be awesome just to hear it from your side, and it would inspire. I know there's some young mums out there as well, and some young. Michael's a young family guy as well. He's in construction too, so it'd be awesome just to hear it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so I guess our life 2 years ago was looking completely different to what it's looking like now. And you just look at our before photos and you see how tired we were and just how miserable we looked because we had so much stress, running a building company, and Luke really wasn't happy with what he was doing. And we had, two kids as well. So, you look at those photos and I just see unhappiness. And we felt like we were, just working, doing the grind.
Working around the clock and not having enough family time. And,
Luke would come home in his high-vis gear and just plonk himself on the couch, or do his invoicing. And then it's like, far out, is this what life is about? Because it just seemed like every single day that's what we were doing. And, we were over it.
I just remember as Robbie said, I remember coming home, sitting on the couch and just, like when you got a construction company or any traditional business, you get home and work doesn't stop. You've got to do the invoicing. You've got to work out the, your employees for the next day and plan. And it was very, very stressful. I remember coming home saying to Robbie, I don't know how much longer I can do this for. I feel burnt out already. I was 27 at the time. And my mindset at the time was I can't earn anywhere near this money doing anything else. So I felt trapped. And, we were earning okay money, but it felt like we just weren't getting ahead. And I hated leaving early in the morning, getting home late, being away from the kids for so much of my day. And, when you do that 6 days a week, it's most of your life because you've got one day to enjoy. And on Sunday, what do? You dread Monday. So it was really, really starting to get to us.
Yeah. And, for us, number one is family and being present with our kids and involving our kids in everything that we do. But the lifestyle that we were living, with Luke building, and, one of my bright ideas was to make recycled timber furniture. So we were building furniture most afternoons when he came home from work.
That was fun.
To set up for a market that we were doing every single weekend and dragging the kids around. So,
full on.
I guess for me, I was working in construction up until we had our first baby, and I knew at that point that I was never going to go back and work for anybody else again. I didn't want to have an employer. So, after a few years of being a stay-at-home mum, I really wanted to contribute to the household. But because I didn't want to go and work for anyone, I had to actually think of something that I could do flexible around the kids, and that's when I started the homewares. So yeah, it was great. It started off as a hobby and then it took off from there. But what we found was the more money that we were making, we were actually, we were just exchanging time for money.
Yeah.
And we were sacrificing quality time with the girls, and, it was affecting our relationship. And most of our fights were about money. So arguing all the time.
So it was like the seesaw, the more money we're making. So this side's money. More money we're making, the less time we had, this side's time. And now with this perfect business model that we all have in our hands, we've got the chance to raise more time, more money, instead of traditional business or a normal job where it's, the more money you make, the less time you have.
Yeah, exactly. So so what happened was I was phasing out. We realised this, and I was phasing out the homewares thing because we were sick of it. And we ended up doing a beach market, which we wouldn't normally do. And in strolls Kylie Donaldson. So you probably all know Kylie Donaldson. Yeah, she was there shopping for some swimmers for her daughter, and she would never normally go to that market. And, we had our stuff set up, and she came to our stall and we were just having a chat, and straight away we clicked. Like, we were just chatting about life, and it ends up that she did homewares as well. And then we both grew up, riding motorbikes, and we actually used to live in the same street. Like, it's just, yeah, and she's 10 years older than me. So it was just finding that common ground, first of all. And Adrian mentioned that we were in network marketing before. So, we have been exposed to network marketing before we came to Isogenics because we love the business model. But the company that we were in, a lot of it was based on hype. And it was a lot of broken promises and, just not a lot of results. Like, we couldn't see a lot of people before us rank advancing and seeing massive success. But in saying that, at the time, we were still doing well. It wasn't until, we were talking and Kylie mentioned she was in network marketing as well, and mentioning how much she was earning, which she humbly said, I can't believe they pay me $20,000 a week. And that's at the point where our jaws just dropped and we're like, oh my God, what is this Isagenix thing? Because like we'd heard the name thrown around before, but we didn't actually know what it was. We didn't know what the products were. But, you know, even with that, even though that got our attention because we'd seen how well she'd done out of it, I mainly wanted to start for the product because we were so busy. I had no energy. I was stressed out. I'd put on a few kilos and that was my main focus. So, you know, we caught up with her. I got my pack.
You didn't want the business? We were too busy?
We actually didn't want the business. And, you know, if Kylie had have come to us and had have really been like prospecting us and like saying, you know, you can do this business and you can earn all this money and all of that, we would have just been like that. Because we already had 2 businesses at the time and the word like business is just busy. So she really came in on such a humble approach and it was just really forming that friendship first and foremost. And I guess that's what, that's how we really clicked. So yeah, we got started. Well, I got started first of all. Luke really didn't want to do it, which was fine because he thought it was a poopy cleanse.
I said no.
Yep. He said no. But, you know, it only took 2 weeks to see the results in me. When he basically said, you know, okay, it's time for me to do it. So yeah, that was, you know, 2 years ago. We've been on the products ever since. And, you know, as a result of just being a product of the product for that first 30 days, you know, we really focused and, you know, we did it the best that we could. And we really lived and breathed these products because we could feel the difference it was making to our body. So yeah, number one, you know, being a product of the product and really believing in these products and what they do, because the more that you believe in the products, the more people will notice that and they'll be attracted to your positive vibe and they'll just want to be around you. So yeah, just that energy that you put out when you're actually doing the program properly is probably a really good point. Yep. So what happened from then is, you know, just on Facebook, just organically sharing how I was feeling. I wasn't posting on Facebook as in like, who can I get kind of thing. It was just sharing my journey of like, you know, waking up, feeling so much energy. You know, I was active, I was happy, I was putting positive quotes up. And I think that's what really, you know, got people following. And is actually a close friend of mine, Sarah, who Adrienne knows as well. She lives in Berwick. And, you know, she was in a bit of a low place and she saw one of my Facebook posts and asked what I was doing and started on the journey as well. And that's just how it has been for the last 2 years. We've just been collecting people to come along with the journey with us. And we've always had a motto of friends before biz. So whoever we enroll on the products, we support them the best that we can. We wrap our arms around them because, you know, we don't want them spending $600 for a president pack and not having that right support. So I guess that's the second point, is that we've always really supported our people and we've built those friendships, you know, first and foremost, regardless of the business. So we've never treated anybody as a PIB. No. It's never been about the money. It's always been about the people and how can we help you get to your goal? How can we help you get your products paid for? How can we help you share it? You know, and I guess with Sarah now, she's a multiple 6-figure income earner now. She's a stay-at-home mum too. So when she started, she was $55,000 in debt. They barely had 2 cents, you know, to rub together. And now to see how much her life has changed from losing 10 kilos on the products, from seeing her support all of her people, and she's been helping them share. Now she's, you know, she's a 4-star Golden Circle as well with a Crystal Executive. So I guess because we've focused on that, it's duplicated down through the team. So whatever we do as a leader, people are going to be watching our every move. So if we're enrolling people and not supporting, they're going to be duplicating that as well. So yeah, just bringing people in, supporting them and really loving on your people. So we actually do have a few slides that we're going to go through tonight of what Kylie and I presented on at Super Saturday. Was anyone at Super Saturday in Melbourne?
Yeah, I was. Marnie was. There's a few of us, but a lot of us missed out. So that's why it was really, really cool to get you guys to jump on tonight. So can I just quickly touch on, so at the moment, Robbie, Luke, what we've got is we've got a cleanse support page, so where we support our people, just products and products only. And what we have is a a sharing page, I guess, or a leadership page. Anyone that wants to share, how they can go in there and get the training and the support and celebrate the wins as well. And what I want the guys to just take away from tonight's call, obviously, because you guys are absolutely incredible at inspiring and leading and supporting through what you guys do, is, I guess, just to see how we can implement what Robbie and Luke do into our pages, because you'll see how much value it will add from the experience that I've had with Facebook, is how much value you can add to your people. And as I said, what duplicates through us is going to duplicate levels and levels deep, and before you know it, just like Sarah, you guys will all have leaders popping up just like Sarah for these guys. So, awesome.
Absolutely. And just getting to that, there's actually this quote that I did a post about it the other day on one of our pages, but there's a quote of the speed of the leader determines the speed of the team. And it's something I'm guilty of using it all the time. I guess straight away we kind of think, the faster that we go, building this business, the better we're going to go. But the article that I was reading is that, in network marketing, especially, is that it's not necessarily the speed that you do it. It's if you can replace the word speed with competence and productivity. So the competence and productivity of the leader determines the competence and the productivity of the team. So really everything that we do, every single move that we make, every single day, how we show up on Facebook, speaking with our team, whatever it is, people are always looking at you because you're leaders. Like everyone on this call is a leader. Everybody that's watching the call as a recording is a leader. So it's really just stepping into that and really being the best that you can be every single day, because everyone is watching you. So something that we've really focused on from the beginning is team culture, because we believe that people want to follow people who know where they're going. People don't want to follow people who are uncertain about themselves or where they're going, or they're wishy-washy. It's having that 10 out of 10 belief in all key areas. So, the products, the company, the compensation plan, network marketing, and within yourself. And I think the biggest one is, within yourself. For most people that we do this, we do the 5 key points where they always mark themselves, really low with their self-belief. But really being a 10 out of 10 in all of those areas will automatically build belief in yourself. So if you are feeling as though, you're lacking in any of those areas, definitely get to work and getting yourself to a 10 out of 10 in all of those areas. For the products, obviously knowing the products work, the company, if you're not sure about the background of the people who have created this company and why they've created it, get onto the websites and have a look, because the integrity for us coming from another company, coming to Isagenix, there is nothing that compares to this company, because it's built on heart and integrity, and you cannot duplicate heart. So there's a lot of companies out there who may not, they may have good products, they may pay well, but if their heart is not in the right place, it's just not going to be it's not going to be sustainable, and it's not going to be that legacy company that you can build for your kids and your kids and their kids. So I guess for us, we can compare apples to apples because we've come from another one, and Isagenix is the bee's knees. And I guess the reason is because they were all loaded before they created Isagenix. John Anderson was he was the wealthiest man in Arizona. He was retired. Jim and Kathy Cooper. Kathy's been at the top of 3 network marketing companies before. Jim, he's done so many things as well, and they all had money, and they were all in retirement, but they came out to create this company to create change in the world. So that's where the heart and the integrity comes from. And you can definitely build your belief and build your knowledge just looking through isagenix.com and listening to the podcast as well, isagenixpodcast.com. The compensation plan, if you don't know how to draw out the U+2, them +2 and explain to somebody how to get their products paid for, that's a little bit of homework to do as well, because I know a few people get a bit weird about talking about the money, sometimes because they don't know how to explain it, or sometimes they feel weird because they could feel like, I don't want to make money from my friends or whatever. But I guess the main thing is we never know how people are struggling behind closed doors, and you never know somebody's story, because a lot of people are wearing a facade and they've got a big smile on their face trying to keep it together, but you don't know what's going on in their relationship, their work life. You just don't know, and you just don't know how people are surviving financially. So really practicing the U+2, then +2, drawing it out, family and friends, whoever it is, just so you know how to explain people. Network marketing is a profession. David Wood with the Amplified Network Marketing podcast, that's really what blew our mind in the beginning. Even though we had a bit of network marketing experience, we've never seen anything like what David Wood does and what he provides to people in network marketing. And just the fact that he is associated with Isagenix is awesome. So out of all of the companies that he could choose, he's chosen Isagenix. We would have our earphones in every day, every spare second that we had in the car. We didn't have the radio on. I'd wash my hair and dry it with a hairdryer. I'd have an earphone in. Sometimes even walking through a shopping centre, going to grab something, I'd have an earphone in, because I wanted to learn as much as I could and be inspired by other people's stories, because we didn't have our own financial story with Isagenix in the beginning. We just had to borrow other people's. So if you feel as though you don't, you're not kind of where you want to be financially just yet, just borrow someone else's story, borrow our story, borrow Kylie's story, borrow anyone's story, and just kind of share a bit about their journey, and it just can inspire so many people. And the network marketing as well. There's so much stuff on YouTube. So really building your belief in all of those 5 key areas. So the products, the company, the compensation plan, network marketing, and yourself is key, because when you're a 10 out of 10 in all of those areas, you'll be 10 feet tall and bulletproof. It won't matter if you're speaking to somebody and they're giving you a price objection. It won't matter if you've got, family and friends like we do, who in the beginning blocked us on Facebook, who wouldn't pick up our calls, they didn't understand what we were doing, and it's all totally normal. So if you are experiencing any of that, you're not the first. Friends, really close friends and family are actually the worst to join you on Isagenix. So that's a little tip there. But yeah, that's the main thing, like belief. And once you've got that, work on building your culture. So work on building your culture so solid that it doesn't even matter what you're doing. People just want to be a part of it. Like, they may not even know that you're on the Isagenix products. They just see you so happy, so positive, loving life. You're giving value to so many people. You're making people smile. You're impacting them with your posts, which is just your life. And sometimes it's not even Isagenix related. Like, I can't even tell you how many messages I get and my team get from people on Facebook saying, look, I don't even know what you do, but you inspire me just by reading your positive posts every day, because I'm in a really dark place, or I've got stuff going on, and I just love seeing your posts every day. So really, I guess really being the person that you want to attract, and your vibe attracts your tribe. So in saying that, unless you wanted to add anything to that we can skip into a few of the slides. Did you have anything that you want to add?
This business can be so simple, and it just comes down to a decision, and you're the only person that can make that decision. There's so many resources out there that you can learn from, and if you make that decision, don't think that you have to know everything straight away. Just plug into your team, plug into Adrian for support, and learn as you go and earn as you learn. So we'll share the screen, and we'll get into these slides to help you, give you some tips on how to create some culture on your pages and how to support your people, because this business is all about wrapping your arms around your people, giving them the best possible experience, and then helping them get paid, helping them share and get their product paid for.
Yeah.
Just quickly, guys, if anyone's got a Mac, I know with a Mac you can press Shift Command 4 and you can take screenshots. If you guys want to look at any of the screenshots or take photos, just the way these guys display all their celebration posts and all that sort of stuff, just so you walk away and you've kind of got a bit of an idea of what little bit of thing you want to put to yours. You can get some ideas from the guys, because what they do is just incredible.
Just beautiful.
Okay, so this is what Kylie and I did at Super Saturday, and we're presenting on creating a kick-ass team culture. So this is just a few happy snaps of, you know, our team and, you know, most of all our friends, because as I said, it's definitely friends before biz. And the people that you, you know, attract into your business is really a reflection of how you are. So, you know, if you want to have fun, loving, you know, really beautiful people, it really starts within you to be that fun, beautiful, you know, caring kind of person. So I truly believe that we have found so many of our best friends through Isogenics. And yeah, we're so grateful. But we actually put a post out on our page what the team culture meant to a few people. And, you know, I guess a few of the main things that were popping up quite a lot was the support, you know, the family, you know, the friendships, you know, the energy, all of that. So yeah, it's really bringing that every day, bringing that in your Facebook pages and bringing that in your on your actual your personal Facebooks. And, you know, even though there are some people out there who are doing well in Isogenics and they've got these great posts and all of that, don't copy things word for word. Don't try and duplicate somebody else, because your friends know, like, and trust and respect you for who you are, and they just really want to know, like, the real you, like, you know, just stay authentic. So if you are seeing things on Facebook, just give it a bit of a twist, but give it your own spin, and you'll definitely get the interest of your friends and family doing that, and being consistent every day as well. It's normally around, I know when I started, I think it was around the 3 to 4 week mark, where I started noticing I was getting more likes and stuff like that. Before that, it was just a trickle. But once people could see I was consistent every day and I was really passionate, I was excited, I was like loving the products. I was never posting any Isogenics on my page at all. It was only a nutritional cleanse. So yeah, just be mindful of that. You know, we're not an online store. We don't need to be posting photos of canisters and Isogenics banners everywhere. It really just gives away the curiosity for people to message you and ask. So yeah, the do's: love on your team, create friendships, celebrate everything, hold their hand. And this really relates to launch parties. So really, you know, doing those launch parties with your team and traveling to your team, showing them how to do a launch party, doing it together, having heaps of fun. And you know what? If no one shows up, who cares? Just post some really cool photos on Facebook and everybody will have FOMO, which is fear of missing out, that they couldn't come. Because with launch parties, expect people to cancel just before. You'll have 10 people who have confirmed. One will get gastro, the kid's got a temperature, the dog's run away, the car's broken down, whatever. We've heard it all. Just expect that. Nothing's ever a waste of time. It's all about you being there and supporting your team and breathing that belief into them. Encouraging and empowering, having that positive posture. Stand up tall, be sure about what you're doing, and absolutely love these products. And your vibe attracts your tribe. Be who you want to attract, building leaders. A few things, just I'll quickly run through just the don'ts. Don't try and control everybody in your team. If you've got somebody, you know, your enrolling sponsor that's really trying to reach down and help people in your team, don't stop that. The more the merrier. They love it, and they love knowing that there's other people out there to support them. Don't compare. Really, comparison is the thief of joy. So if you are seeing people who are doing well, the best thing that you can do to create success for yourself is actually congratulate them, because it will all come back to you. The more that you give, the more you receive. And definitely don't engage in any gossip or negative talk and negative self-talk. So stop telling yourself, you know, that you can't do it or it's too hard or whatever it is. Start telling yourself you can do it. And everything will begin to change, because thoughts really do become things. This is one of our favorite books, The 4 Agreements, and it's just four simple steps that you can live your life by, and it really does help. It truly changed our life 2 years ago. You can get it on audio or a hard copy. Just pouring that love and belief into yourself and into your team every day. We always joke around in our team, it's like we're walking around with this massive syringe and we're just like injecting love and belief into everybody. And I guess that comes down to supporting people on the program that you're bringing in as well, plugging your people into events. Events is really where it's at because, you know, people can catch the vision and they can be inspired by other people's stories. Also on these Zoom calls, if you've got these Zoom calls happening every week, this is the perfect time to get your newies who are, you know, interested in becoming consultant and sharing it. Get them on the calls, get them plugged in, because sometimes if you don't, they think it's only you. They don't know that there's 10, 20, 30, 50 other people in your close team who are excited about this and seeing success. So definitely plugging your people in, and also plugging your people into the podcast, so the Amplified Network Marketing and the Isogenics podcasts. I love this one because sometimes, you know, we can feel like we're so overwhelmed and we're so busy, but I've got some awesome news for you, because overwhelm is just a feeling, and I like to think of it as it's just an excuse that we create. It's a feeling to make ourselves feel better about, you know, having poor time management, not being organized, and, you know, possibly comparing yourself to others. So the best way to overcome it is being in action. So sometimes, you know, there's been a few instances where, you know, I have had people that have told me they're too overwhelmed and, you know, all of this stuff, I've got so much going on, but they've actually stopped enrolling, or they've stopped connecting, or they've stopped plugging in. And it's almost like when you're plugging in, it's like everybody's around this campfire and everybody's warm and everyone's just, you know, absolutely loving it. When you stop being plugged in and you're not connecting and you're not in the trenches, it's like walking away from that bonfire and you're kind of on your own and you're in the cold. And that's when the excuses can start. That's when the negative self-talk starts, and you start blaming and making excuses. So being in action, start connecting, being a product of the product as well really helps. Focusing on others. So if you are having a bad day, I urge you to pour belief into 3 to 5 people, and I can guarantee you'll be feeling amazing after that. And creating lists. So just starting with your to-do list, getting organized, starting with the most important thing to the least important thing, and just tick it off one by one. You'll definitely get rid of that feeling of overwhelm. Weekly team Zoom calls. So we do these on a Tuesday night with the team, and yeah, you know, boosting team morale, high energy. It empowers leaders to step up. So we don't run our team calls every single week. We really look for the people who are, you know, they're going really well, or someone may have enrolled, 5 people in the week. And, you know, we'll actually get them on the call to share their story and share how they're doing it, how many connections they're making, where are they finding their people, and what it does, it grows them. And it also leverages our time as well, because we don't want to be on the calls, running the calls every single week. We want to lift people up. We also get some guest speakers as well. And that's worked really well in the past, just getting other leaders to share their story. This is just one week that we had. We actually put out a challenge. It was a double PIB challenge of, everybody getting a double PIB in that week. And what actually happened through the team, because everybody was plugged into the Zoom call, everybody was, everybody was 100% on board. They'd written down their goals. In 1 week, we actually had 3 new 1-stars. We had 2 2-stars, a 3-star, 4-star. Carly went 13-star and maxed out her second business center. And that was just a simple challenge of putting out a double PIB. So, if you do have anything like that, just go for it. Work together with your team, help them, and helping them will help you rise as well. Celebrate everything. So our cleanse support page, what we do for anybody that enrolls, we find a really nice Facebook photo of them. Normally, sometimes their profile pic, because that's normally the best one, and we'll just do a little welcome post, congrats, your pack's been ordered, we're so excited for you. And as a team, everybody will comment on their welcome pic, and just let them know you've made such a great decision, you've got great support with that person, you're going to love this program. We also do a first day shout out. So this is after we've done an orientation call with them. First day shout out, first cleanse day shout out, results and transformation. So the more of you that are, stepping up as leaders and are commenting on these posts, the more welcomed people are going to feel, and they're really going to feel that team culture and the good vibes. And when the newest person is welcomed with a welcome pic, and then a shout out, and then a cleanse day. They often just post their results without, you know, just doing it on their own because they're seeing other people do it. So yeah, it's really about, you know, it all starts with us as leaders. It's not about sitting back and waiting for other people to do things. We're all leaders. We're all the CEOs of our own businesses, and it's about everybody stepping up as a group and making it the best page that it can be. On our business support page, we celebrate double PIBs, 5-cycle bonuses, rank advancements, new consultants, top income earners. This is all in the executive reports as well, the income earners. And here's just a few quick examples. So this is our product page, a day one shout out. Here's another one, just so Alana's in country Victoria. She's just tagged a few of her team with some updates. Another one as well, day 21. There we go there. First day, new consultant post, high cycle week. Also co-hosted a launch party. Another one there, first enrollment. So this is great, celebrating a first enrollment, because everybody's commenting, and then, you know, the enrolling sponsor will be helping them, you know, find and help another person so they become a consultant. Here's another one here. And consultant runs. So this is what we did back in July, and we're actually doing this week as well. So we're focusing on everybody that has hit consultant before, and if they are not paid as consultant at the moment, we're helping them share it with 2 people so they are, and then creating new consultants as well. So what that does for anybody registered in the $1 Million Challenge, you can basically get points on new enrollments and personal rank advancements within your team, which helps build you up points, and you can win cash and prizes. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We did this in July, and yeah, we saw some massive momentum doing that. Okay, triple PIB. Okay, now this is giving away all of our secrets. So this is how we make everything look good. We have the app called WordSwag, and through here it gives you some like little templates and, you know, just some cool text to put over things, and really just making them look attractive to the eye, that people are going to look at them, and it's going to get their attention. So spend some time on creating some cool stuff, and you'll get more interest on your post. And also it's going to make your cleanse and business pages look a lot better as well. So yeah, bring the positive vibes daily. Getting back to basics, did you want to quickly run through any of that? Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I know we're getting pushed for time, and I do kind of get on a roll. I get a bit passionate. Just try and get out of here. Hang on, where are we? How do we get out of here, babe? How do we do this? I hope I wasn't talking too fast for everyone, but I thought it's recorded, so you can always go back and have a bit of a watch.
Perfect. I might just finish. That was awesome, Robbie. That was really awesome. It was good to see that at Super Saturday as well. It was good to rerun over it. I might just shoot some questions at you guys, just to maybe, you know, get a little bit of a feel of where you guys are at right now and whatnot. But first of all, what do you see? How do you see your page has worked for your business in building momentum, I guess? Like, yeah, how do you see it's worked so well, as obviously getting in the trenches, posting all those photos, being as supportive as you possibly can as leaders? As you said, that's duplicated throughout your guys all stepping up and doing it as well. How do you feel that's, built your business and put that momentum? Everyone, do you feel as you guys doing it, that's created everyone else to do it, and now it flows down and it's really organic now?
Yeah, so I guess what happened with us, we were brought in on Kylie's page, and that had 1700. And I guess at that point, it was really comfortable because we were enrolling and adding people to that page, and it was kind of good credibility. But 3 months into our journey, Kylie had a conversation with us, and she advised that for us to advance to the next level of leadership and to really step up, she thought it would be best that we go out and create our own pages. So we were absolutely petrified, because as you are when you get told to step out of your comfort zone, you're like, I'm so comfortable where we are. But, we knew that it would be the best thing. So on Christmas Eve of 2014, I spent, Christmas and that break working on the new page, and we got 5 people together who were our admin team, and we all worked together on creating, I guess, the feel that we wanted for the page, and everybody kind of was contributing to before and after photos, recipes, energy and performance posts, and everyone was really working as a collective and as a group to make it happen. So that's what we did. Our page is now up, it's over 9,500 members now, our cleanse support page. And the most exciting thing happening now is that our executives, and their executives, because we seem to have, we have a few personally enrolled executives, but then it seems to duplicate throughout the team that you go executive and you create executives. So we seem to have a lot studied through the team. And now what's happening is that the executives are actually branching out and doing their own pages. So I guess you can see that in a small space of time, to go up to 9,500, and now those leaders are stepping out. Sorry, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
It's a bit noisy. Is that all right? So basically, yeah, so now it's so exciting because all of the executives are branching out and doing their pages. Like a few of them are teaming up together, but a lot of them are going out and doing their thing. And it's so exciting because it's their next step. And it's almost like the birds are leaving the nest. Like, it's really exciting. So for us to get to that point and for our page to grow that much in momentum, it was because everyone was stepping up. No one was sitting there waiting for someone else to go first. It was always, they were on the page, they were bringing the energy, they were, they were posting good content, they were supporting their people, they were celebrating their results. And I guess because everybody really, they really became the CEO of their own business. Everybody stepped up. And that's why, we've got leaders like Sarah and Emma and so many who are just absolutely incredible people. But yeah, it really starts with us, and it's not waiting for anybody else to go first. I guess that's the main thing. And, I guess commenting on the posts is a huge thing as well. So if you're seeing these posts come on, don't just kind of scroll past it and not like it and not give some value to that person, because the newest person on there could be sharing their results, and it could be such a huge thing for them. Most of them are standing in their undies. Like, it's a pretty petrifying thing of someone who, 30 days ago, they could barely look at their reflection in the mirror, and 30 days later, they're standing there in their undies. So, like, these people deserve some credit, and they deserve everybody on there giving them value. So the more that we can do that, the more we can build their belief and build their self-confidence.
And that's what I was going to touch on too. A comment or a like might not seem much to you, but the thing is, if you're doing that and commenting and sharing, support, your people are going to see you commenting, so they're going to start. So if you get a massive group of you guys that are solid, all doing that, it's eventually going to catch on. And it might not happen overnight. It might not happen next week, but it will happen if you stay consistent. Consistency with everything is key in this business. And I can't stress that enough. And be strategic too with your comments. So I always think about what I'm writing, because so many people are going to see the comments. So I'm always saying, congratulations. It's awesome helping other people feel their best. Enjoy your rewards. So that creates curiosity in people's heads that are watching it, saying, oh, they're helping other people feel their best. Enjoy your rewards. What the hell? What are the rewards? So that's just one example. Be strategic with your comments, and always have in the back of your mind that who's going to be reading through these comments. And I can't stress enough, if you really band together and work as a group and find out who the people are committed, the people that want to change their lives, the people that want to travel the world, the people that want to live a stress-free life, really just come together and work closely as a team and stay consistent.
Yeah. And we use our cleanse support page as I guess that's, you know, if we're connecting with someone, we're just meeting a new person, we're adding them on Facebook, we're always collecting friends. It's always friends before biz, but then it's coming up in conversation and we're saying, hey, I'll add you to our cleanse support page. You know, I always think, what is the first, what kind of feel is that person going to get for the page when they're just added on there? Are they being added to a page that looks stale? You know, people aren't really putting much thought into how things are looking. Same person posting. No one's really excited. Like I kind of think, I put myself in that person's shoes of like, if I just met someone, they seem really lovely, I'm put on this page. Is it going to make me want to ask more about what this is, or am I just going to be put on this page and it's like, oh yeah, you know, that seems okay.
Yeah.
So
and think as well, there's so many things that you can go through your mind, like when you're about to add someone to the page. So say if I'm talking to Greg, and Greg's a legend, he's an athlete, and I say, man, if you want to know more, like I think especially for new people, you don't want to say too much. You know, if someone wants to know more information, if they notice the change in you, you say, look, I'll add you to a support page. It's really helped me get on there. There's plenty of people on there having great results. And then before I add him on there, I'll go through the post and comment on posts that relate to him. So maybe it's a hit post that's got 500 comments, bump that to the top, bump a few posts that relate to him to the top, because when you comment on a post, it'll bump it to the top of the page. Mm-hmm. So just be strategic in everything you do. And, you know, does that answer your question, Adrian?
Actually, I'll just add something else to that. One of our posts that does have, we've got a few, but one of them that does have around 500 comments is actually the Mary Evans Just Cleanse YouTube video. So that's a really great tool to use where, you know, we never dump anyone on the page without asking them. We're always connecting before we put them on the page. But if you've got, Adrian, you may even be able to upload that video. It's a tool where people can plug people in and, you know, they can PM them and let them know, hey, I'm going to put you on the page and I'm going to tag you in a post which has an awesome video which is really going to explain what the cleanse will do to your body. And what happens is, you know, when people are like tagging and they're introducing them on the comment, they're not just tagging their name and that's it. Like I can't stand people who just tag names all the time. It really.
No, we've got the culture where they jump on there and they tag and they say, hey, check this video out. It'll be good for this, this, and this. We've got that video, the Mary Evans. That's in our pin post. So when you get on there, in the pin post, it is the video, and it's got.
Yeah. So sometimes what I find sometimes is that the pin post, people can't see it. So if you've actually got it in the thread, it continually pops up, and you just keep looking for it and just keep it fresh. And it really, I guess for somebody who doesn't know a lot of information about the program, that video is perfect. We also have the President Pack breakdown. So the President Pack, and with it all broken down with the cost, that's another one of our high commented posts. So
yeah, we have that too. Awesome guys. I won't keep you guys too long. I will just touch on one more thing before we wrap up, but I just want to thank you guys for sharing all your secrets. For starters, as I said, you guys have been doing an awesome job, and I love how you guys bring culture and you just bring everyone together. And as you said, it's team. It's everyone doing their little bit to create a movement, and then once a movement, we can have people come along for the ride. And as they come in, is how they're going to share it, and it's just going to ripple effect. And before we know it, we've created this massive movement of people that are, you know, just that excitement and that energy. But it can't be done with one, and it can't be done with 10. We need a movement of people bringing the energy. Thanks for all your tips and tricks. I will just touch on quickly events coming up. You guys are going to be down for SKO, so a lot of the guys are going to get the pleasure to meet you both. Just touching on events. Obviously, you guys have been to a couple of celebrations. I've just seen you in Vegas, which was awesome. Being up on stage with you for the Start 1000. I just want to share with the guys. SKO, why it's important to be there, why it's important to get people there. I know what it's like to be there. I know, you know, the importance just for you guys to share maybe with what takeaways you guys have from taking your team to events.
Well, you know, leaders are born at events. So, I mean, we've got countless stories on who we've taken to events and who have really caught the vision at that event. You know, you just can't explain. Once you go to an event, you always wish, if you go to an event, you always wish you brought more people, because you can't go back from the event and explain to people the feel and the heartbeat and what you got from the event. It's just impossible to explain unless you're there. If you don't have your ticket and you want something from this, you need to be at SKO, because, when you go to that event, it's going to instill belief in you. You're going to leave there with different cells. You're going to leave there with, such high belief. So, definitely get your ticket. But the key is to take people to events, because why not have a group of your friends that are just as excited as you? So I think the power is definitely getting people to events. And I can't stress that enough. Who here's been to a celebration or an SKO or a university in action?
Yeah.
Maddie, Michael.
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
awesome.
Most of you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you guys you've felt it, and you would know how hard it is to relay that back to people who weren't there. Like, it's almost impossible to do. You're like, oh, it was so good, but you're never going to explain it. So I guess the main thing with bringing people to events is really building the value when you're speaking with people about the event and how it impacted you personally, and you just sharing your story. It's definitely the hardest skill to master in network marketing, but I think it really does come back down to that team culture, because when the majority are excited about going to this event, even if you put an event post on your Cleanse support page of summer kickoff and explaining the value that people are going to get out of it, invite every single member from your Cleanse support page to that thing so they know what it is. And then you've got kind of people talking about it, and also in your biz page. Now, the biggest thing with new people, getting them to events, is they are going to whinge and moan about the money. They don't have the spare money to buy a ticket. Or I've got Auntie Joe's wedding on and I have to go to the wedding. I've got this birthday. There's always going to be stuff that comes up in life. So it's really just kind of working with them and getting to their why of what they need in their life. Like, if these people are struggling and they're broke and they're not happy in their life, it's our job to share the vision with them and to really let them know how it's going to help them achieve what they want to achieve in their life by getting to this event. So, and helping them, even if you've got like a spare $50 or something to contribute to them to get a ticket with accommodation. We've had events where when we first started, we didn't have we had like so many bills and all this stuff going on, but we literally spent most of our money on tickets and buying tickets for people to get them to events. So getting their commitment. And, for accommodation, I remember sometimes
hack the rooms.
Like, we had 6 to 8 people in rooms with blow up beds, and it was the best fun. Like, when you've got a group of people together and you just make it work whatever way you can, do that. And there was something else I was going to share about. What was it? I was going to share something else about an event. No, I think
just really help your group get there, help your team get there, because you guys have all been to an event, and that's why you guys are on the call. Just do whatever. It's like it can be a game changer to your life. I mean, we focus on getting people to events in the beginning, and we haven't stopped. We still, every single week we focus on what, we lead up to the next event. So Isogenics is 4 core events, and if you want something from this, you definitely need to be there and help as many people get there as you can. And like, it's so worth it. I mean, 2 years ago, our life was pretty miserable. We were working around the clock, not getting anywhere. And now as a result from taking this Isogenics seriously, our life is completely different. It's got very little stress in it. We get to spend so much time with our 2 little kids. I get to take them to school. I get to pick them up, or with Robbie, of course. And we've got this amazing residual income where we don't care about, we can just pay our bills now easily. And we don't look at the price tag when we go traveling or when we go out for dinner. And I just want this for absolutely everybody. And you guys have all the exact same opportunity as what we do, as what Adrian does, Michael, everyone on the call. So I'm excited for you guys, and it's up to you guys. If you want something from this, it's totally up to you.
Yeah. And, with the event as well, like we never missed an event, whether it was a launch party, somebody having a launch party, we were there. If we knew there was an opportunity meeting on somewhere, we were there. We just said yes to everything.
Yeah.
And we didn't really think about it. We were just, even if we had like something going on, we're like, no, this is a priority. This is the future for our kids. We're building a legacy for our kids. We're creating a better life. There's nothing that's going to stand in the way of that. So we
said yes and worked it out.
We just said yes and worked it out. Like for those tickets and stuff for our first celebration, the first thing we did was we just bought the ticket and then we worked out the accommodation and everything else just fell into place. So just kind of do it, piece by piece. And as a result of us, attending those events and making it a priority. Like if you treat this like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. And if you treat it like $1 million business, which it is, it'll pay you like $1 million business. And we're just so grateful every single day, to have a residual income of around $300,000 a year. Please tell me another profession where you can earn that amount of money and you're at home with your kids. Luke's a tuck shop lady now.
Yes.
He volunteers his time at the tuck shop.
I love the tuck shop lady.
Next step will be Bunnings. He's always wanted to work at Bunnings. So
that'll
probably be the next thing. But, it just gives you that choice, freedom and choice. And, to see the look in our kids' faces when we're 100% present with them, we're not stressing about bills and work and all of that. I can tell you
it's
now.
It's the simple things, man.
There's no better feeling.
We both go watch the kids at sports carnivals and cross country and academic days and all this stuff. And we look around and not many other parents are there. Like some kids don't even have any parents there, and they all come with us. So we've got this massive.
When we go, we always end up having this big,
six kids following us.
Big flock of kids, and we take them under our wing and we make sure they have a really good day with us because their parents don't have a choice. They both need to work full-time jobs. So, we don't have time for that. Yeah, I don't know. Like life's so different now, and it's available for everyone. We've seen it so much in the last 2 years. Not just with us, but like. Emma, who's one of my friends who started, she's a single mum with 2 kids. She's now a 6-figure earner.
And it's like she's got
in the Start 1000.
She's got no support from her ex-husband, her kids' dads. Yeah. No Centrelink. She's not getting supported by Centrelink, and she's getting paid as though she's got 2 or 3 husbands at home.
Yeah. And then Sarah as well. And, there's so many people even like earning an extra $500 a week on top of their full-time income. And they're fitting this into the pockets of their time. And that's what we had to do because we were so busy. We were just fitting it into the pockets of our time, but we weren't half-assing it. We were like focusing with the pockets that we had, and we were being consistent. So,
awesome. If anyone's got any questions, just put it in the comments.
Yeah. Awesome. How good is Robbie and Luke, everyone? I hope you're taking away a lot from the call. Just if you guys have got any questions at all, now's the time to ask these two. As I said, they're a power couple and they're really making things happen. We're really, really lucky to have their time tonight. So now's the time to jump on if you guys have got any questions, anything that you can think of that will help you jump into action.
And hey, you know what? Like we weren't always a power couple. Like in the beginning, Luke was flat out like working. I guess his main thing was like working and bringing home the bacon. So we weren't always, like that. It's only really now that we've got the opportunity to work more, together as a couple. But it definitely wasn't like that. Hey, babe, we were just,
we're doing whatever.
How you see like those ducks, I don't know, and on the surface of the water, like they're just, cruising along, but then underneath they're like this. That's exactly how we were in the beginning.
We're a lot calmer these days.
Yeah.
Let's get some questions. Like obviously, there's going to be struggle in this business. Like, what are you guys struggling with? Because you may as well get your questions answered and just. I mean, it's a safe environment. I love these personal calls. I love the calls that have 8 to 10 people on them because you can really get your questions answered. And it's a lot more personal, and it's a safe environment.
And we're less nervous. It's been great.
Anyone at all? Luke is going to ask himself a question.
Please.
We wake up every morning. While you're all typing away, we wake up every morning and we say to ourselves, who can we help today?
Yeah.
Awesome. I think everyone's taken away enough knowledge from enough value from your call tonight. It's been awesome. I think the guys are really just raring to get into action. So just, implement what we've learnt. Really, really looking forward to putting forward what you guys have taught us into our cleanse support page. Obviously getting behind and supporting our team a lot more and all those new cleansers and really just, as you said, as you bring them in, support, just be their cheerleader for the first month, for their whole entire journey.
It's like a massive syringe of love and belief, and you're just injecting everyone.
Yeah.
But I mean,
here you go.
We've always, before I'll answer that question in a second, Kelly, thanks for that. We've always looked up to Adrian as well. I mean, you've got a fantastic guy to look up to and learn from. He's a 6-figure earner with Isogenics, and he's got a heart of gold, and he's just a legend. We've always looked up to Adrian. We've always bounced off each other. He's taught us stuff.
Yeah.
We've taught him stuff, and it's just this, really nice relationship that we love supporting each other and cheering each other on. So
we've been on such a similar journey, like from the beginning, and that's the thing that I love about this is that you'll go along the journey with so many people and then meet other people in other teams, and you're all kind of getting there together. So that's what I love about it. You see so many other people succeed. I think that comes back to thanks for the shout out, guys. I appreciate it. It's been awesome, but I think that's where it comes from, the events, like being at the events, because you meet other people that aren't in your direct team, and that's where I think we connected. We met through going to the events, we meet people, we meet through other people, and now you've just created a community for yourself, and you've got that support for yourself where if you need to learn stuff and you're more relatable to other people, you can reach out and other people can support you as well. I think Kelly had a question there.
Yeah, okay. A lot of people. This is very common.
So I'll just read it out. So acknowledging the fact that she still earns a good income out of this, and she doesn't want to come across salesy, which is something common that we come across all the time.
Hate salesmen.
Yeah, we don't want to be salespeople because that's like a job. And she builds good relationships with people but struggles with them sharing, as I don't know how to have that conversation. Perfect. Cool. Yeah. So I guess that's a really, really common thing. It's probably what most people struggle with.
Perry, me too. Marnie, me three.
Yeah. So really getting your people to share and creating those consultants is the bread and butter of this compensation plan. So the more that we can master that and help people do it, the more you'll succeed, the more your team will succeed. And that's how it's been built. So I guess it really does come down to showing up on those Facebook pages and showing up on your personal page, because your vibe will attract your tribe. When you're basically celebrating people, doing celebration posts and stuff like that, talking about their results, and kind of just encouraging them, like, you've gotten great results. Imagine how many other people you could inspire just by them seeing your results. And imagine if I didn't put my results out and you didn't see what I was doing, and I think when you put it in that way, they kind of think, oh, okay, yeah, I get that. But the more support and the more encouragement that they have on the pages, it all ties in because they feel supported, they feel it's a safe environment, they can share, they're getting people on their commenting, it's building their belief, and then they're more inclined to do the post on their personal page. And we like to think of it as fishing. You don't go fishing and, you don't go out fishing with a line with no bait on the end, right? You're not going to catch anything. So with this, it's really supporting them, encouraging them, getting them to put their post out on their personal page, which is like throwing the bait out. And they've got their transformation out there. They've got a bit about their story. They're going to have people that comment saying, what is it? What are you doing? We never suggest anybody to say, I'm doing Isogenics, because you're going to get all of the people who either don't know enough about it or can't afford it, because that's really the only two reasons why people don't do Isogenics. Just get them to say, look, I'll PM you and then get them into a 3-way chat with you. And because you're more experienced, you can basically answer their questions. We do 3-way chats on a daily basis. I've just done 30 just before this call with one of my girls. And how I do it is she'll introduce her to a chat with me, like, hey, Robbie, this is my girlfriend. I've just added her to the Cleanse and Share page. I thought you could help answer her questions. And I know I'm talking a bit fast, but you can watch the recording. And at that point, I'll just send them a simple message and say, hey, hun, it's lovely to meet you. Now, I don't write anything more until that person comes back and says, it's lovely to meet you too. Because I feel like it's a bit overpowering if you're sending all this stuff and you're not even giving them time to engage. So once I've gotten that back, sorry, I'll wrap it up really quick. Then I'll basically say, what goals would you like to achieve? This is key. What goals would you like to achieve? Weight loss, increase energy, manage stress, clearer and glowing skin, tone up, better sleep, or all of the above. And 9 times out of 10, everybody says, all of the above, thank you. And, you know, you're basically just letting them know what this program is going to do for them. And then you can go back and say, you know, how much weight would you like to lose ideally? This is another key point with the chats. We don't continue on chatting, hiding behind Messenger, because it's time consuming and you're really not building that relationship. At that point, I will say, okay, that's great. When's the last time you've been 20 kilos down? You know, before my kids, whatever. And I'll say, look, just so we're not playing ping pong via Messenger all night, in brackets, because I know you're so busy, when would you be available to get on the phone for a quick chat? I'm available anytime before 7 or after 8 o'clock. What would suit you? I just had one of those calls before this call, and she's like, I'm just about to cook dinner, but I've got time now. And I just got in there, went through her goals, you know, just seeing, you know, building that relationship. What do you do for work? And it ends up she's a nurse in a jail. So we had a very interesting conversation about what she does on a daily basis, and she's had the most horrible day today, I can tell you that. So yeah, it's really about building that relationship over the phone. And then once you do that and your team are involved in those 3-way chats and the 3-way calls, builds relationships, start creating consultants, and it all rolls on from there.
So that helps your team share and build consultants. So I think to answer your question, Kelly, it's just one step at a time. We never say business. People are scared off by busyness because everyone's flat out. I mean, there's so much struggle in the world with people trying to pay their bills, trying to go to work and drop their kids off at school, and it's just this massive struggle. And when we say, you know, you try to throw another business in there for them, you know, they're just not going to get it. So it's just one step at a time. We always switch the business word with sharing, and it's one step at a time. So, hey, Emma, let's help you get your products paid for. Let's share it with 2 people. That's the first step. And then it's a step-by-step process. Once they start seeing money coming into their bank account, that's when they might catch the vision and say, okay, where do we go to next? But in the beginning, it's just sharing and helping them get their products paid for, helping them share with a couple of people, and you know, get that initial $400 back. Because if they can share with 2 people in any week, they're going to get back $400 just by helping 2 people. So I think does that explain you?
Can I just
are you happy with that, Kel?
I think I know what might help as well. So
in the welcome call.
Sometimes, yeah, obviously the orientation calls and setting people up, but I think, you know, someone that has huge potential to share it and build with you, but they don't want the business side. So I guess with that, if they're not, you know, if they're not showing up and then they're not committing to do it, you maybe haven't dug deep enough with their why of what they actually need. Because sometimes we can see, you know, we can see things for people before they see it for themselves. And sometimes we can want things for people more than they want it for themselves as well. So it's almost like, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And I know that we were at this exact point when we were, what were we doing? I think we were leading up to becoming a director. So creating 6 consultants, and we'd, double PIB'd each week, and we were helping people. They were getting great results. And then we're thinking, okay, we've got this many people. All they need to do is share it with a few people. And seriously, it was like trying to get blood out of a stone. Like, we were just banging our head up against the wall because we were so focused, and we could see the potential in people, but they really weren't. We hadn't dug deep enough to their why. Like, we were trying to, create this solution for them. But, we didn't even really know what they wanted. So I think that's another thing, and kind of never stop enrolling. So even if you are helping 2 people a week, you're going to be helping new people. And sometimes, and what happened with us is that when we shifted our focus from trying to help these people become consultant and business builders and all of that, we were spending our time there, but we weren't spending our time connecting and enrolling.
Never stop enrolling.
So that's when we felt like we were banging our head up against a wall. As soon as we thought, look, we'll just meet them where they're at. It may not be the right time yet. They're enjoying the products, and that's awesome, because we want product users who absolutely love the product, because that's your auto ships that are going to come through every week. Focus on connecting. And with us, we started creating instant consultants. As soon as we shifted our focus from those people, we had new people come in, and they were bringing on 2 people at a time.
And if you see potential, I mean, we've seen potential in a lot of our team, and getting them on inspiration calls, we call them, with an upline or someone that's got a financial story, and it goes back to plugging everyone in. It's just about connecting people to people, and I think sometimes those inspiration calls really help in sharing the possibilities, and as well agreeing with them. If you say business, or just don't even say business, but say if they're scared off and they think they don't have the time, just agree with them. Say, look, that's exactly how I felt in the beginning, but what I found was it's not like that at all. I did it in the pockets of my time and built a side income to help with XYZ, bills or, whatever.
Okay, so just another question. How often do we check in with people after the first 30, 60 days? I don't know. Like, there's not really like any specific schedule or any specific thing that we do. It's really, I guess with the new associate checklist, if you're filling out one of those with each person that you're enrolling, you can kind of leave some notes in there of like when to follow up with them. But you'll just know, like, you just want to be.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, like, everyone's different, and some people do great and they're happy just kind of chugging along on their own. Some people need a little bit more, love and belief poured into them. But it's really about those friendships and just staying in contact.
Definitely.
One thing that I will say as well is really don't contact all of your people just isogenics related, because people will get really peeved off. Friends before biz. Always friends before biz. So even if you live locally, hey, when are you free? Let's go catch up. Let's go catch up for a green tea, or let's go for a walk, or whatever. Don't make it every time you speak to them is about isogenics, because then they'll think that's all you want from them. So really just form that friendship. And I don't know, like, I think with friends, you just contact them whenever. And then to answer your next question as well, I think in the welcome call as well, we really, with support and keeping in touch, we say, look, definitely keep in touch with us and keep an eye on your energy levels, because we want to help you, use this program to suit you, because everyone's different. Everyone's got different goals. So we always say, look, just keep in touch with us. Keep in touch with the support page. That's really important, because, whenever they've got a question, they can answer, they can ask it on there, and there's a lot of people willing to support. And on that welcome call as well, just before the pack arrives, we talk about, if you can help 2 people get started, you can get $400 back, which will help go toward your pack. So we share that so they're aware, and then that gets them thinking. And also on that welcome call as well, we talk about the auto ship and why it's so important and all the benefits. And we actually get them to go into their auto ship on their back office and write down the date that their auto ship's due. Mm-hmm. And we ask them to write a couple of days before. So say if their auto ship's due on the 30th, we say, write in your diary or whatever device you use to help you stay on track, the 28th to contact us, and we can talk you through your auto ship, what you like, what you don't like, how you want to change it, and to suit, your goals moving forward. And then that kind of
clears all that up. And
I
you really
guess,
want to help. You really want people to feel like they're supported.
And I guess, from exactly what Luke has said, we definitely don't do people's auto ships for them. They manage that themselves. And we definitely coach them through changing their auto ship. But just back to that last question, when do we check in with them? Once you've kind of gone through that around day 28, you then know what they're ordering, and then you just let them know, hey, let me know when your next lot of products arrive, because you'll be starting your next 30-day plan. So then you'll still be doing checking in with them and seeing how they're going on their cleanses in their next month. Because if it's somebody that needs to lose 50 kilos, they're going to be doing a 30-day plan consecutively. So I guess that kind of helps just staying on track with what products they have and where they're at. And try and mainly support them on their cleanse phase.
Perfect. Awesome, guys. That was incredible. That was really, really cool. Lots of good answers and lots of good questions as well. I might wrap it up. Just keep the guys. We've gone for a little bit over, but there's more than enough information in that. And it's good. No, it's really, really good. It's really good stuff. I'm so glad we recorded. I just had a friend message me. She's so bummed out she couldn't be on, but I said I recorded it, so she's going to be really excited. Awesome, guys. Well, I want to thank you for jumping on again, and I'm so inspired by your stories, and it's just been so cool to watch your journey unfold, and it's really good to be able to lean on you guys, because as I said, I've got the same values as you guys. I really love friends before biz, and I'm always been like that. I really believe friendships are worth so much more in this business, and it's just so good to be able to go to the events and catch up with you guys as well. So thanks for your time tonight. Thanks for jumping on. I hope you guys and the team, I hope you all took away a lot from tonight, and I want to thank you all for jumping on as well and going over a little bit of time, but it's all good. We've got SKO coming up soon, so we'll all catch up with Robbie and Luke at SKO.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much, guys. So sorry we're yapping on so much.
I know, it's great. It's great. We'll leave it at that, guys. Thanks for jumping on once again, and we'll see you guys on the page with everything we've learnt. And and we'll touch base and we'll let Robbie and Luke know how we went with it all. Perfect.
See you guys.
See you guys.
See you guys. See you, Marty. See you, Mel. See you, Perry.